Compost is a never-ending mystery because it's kind of the one point where you can see the other side of death. You can see what happens after death and how food does come back, that good things do return, that there's a whole wealth that happens at the moment of death and after it, that it's not as dead as everything looks, right? It's not as dark as everyone assumes. Whether it's songs of glory, songs of celebration, whether it's, name it and claim it or whatever your gospel might be, theology of the compost is a theology of death. Healthy things grow in healthy soil, but if you don't have healthy soil, nothing healthy will grow. And that is just a reality of farming. Like, you have to attend to that. That has to be day one. You cannot start with the plant if the soil is not healthy. And if you care about the plant and don't understand the soil, well, you don't really understand the providence of the death that's made this space for your fertility. I think it really is the richest idea that I learned from the Farminary. It's a beautiful, beautiful instantiation of what most of the time I treat as a metaphor, right? Resurrection. And then when you stand in the compost pile, it's not just a metaphor anymore.
Welcome to the Earth Keepers podcast. This podcast is for people who seek new and better ways to love and care for the earth. It's a podcast for anyone who is deeply concerned about the harm being done to the environment on a local and global level. It's a podcast that builds community and connection between people of like heart and mind, people who believe that earth care should be integrated into every aspect of life, and for many in the Earth Keepers community, that includes our spiritual lives. In this episode, I'll be talking to Wesley Willison about his experiences at the Farminary, which, according to Princeton Seminary, is a place where theological education is integrated with small-scale, regenerative agriculture to train faith leaders who care about ecology, sustainability, and food justice. Wesley is that kind of leader, and we'll be discussing how his Farminary education has impacted every part of his life, his faith, and his leadership. Welcome, friends, to the Earth Keepers podcast.